How's it going, everyone? My name's Joel, aka Decapitated Tree Frog. This evening, we will be hopping into Ableton with very high expectations. This will be the best piece of music that I have ever created. It will be the most finest piece of art that anyone watching this has ever consumed. No issues, no problems. This is gonna be perfect. With that in mind, I guess let's start. Where would one start if one was going to make a piece of music? I think that we want to start with something melodic. You hear that? That's music. So I'm going to take it over to the big piano, mess around with some chords until I just find something that I like, and then I may just end up resampling it and flipping it into something else. A little bit of auto pan. Make it go back and forth between the left and the right. I might click in a little melody. Since I'm happy with that little melody, whatever you want to call it, I'm going to change it to audio because with audio, I can just do more with it. I can resample it. I can chop it up. And then to keep things rolling, I just delete that MIDI piano. And now we just have a new sample to work with and change. First thing that always is kind of fun to do is just reverse it and sort of see how that sounds. I'm gonna mess with that a little bit. I kind of do like it reversed. I like it going forward too, so maybe I can kind of combine the two. Or maybe reverse just certain sections of it. See, something like that, you know? And as we gradually add more things on top, it'll start to sound just better. You know, this is just kind of one layer. And I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more, like I use a lot of these kilohertz, just free plugins, and I use this reverse one, which just kind of adds in like a reversed layer. Just turn the mix down a bit. I really like using the tape stop. You just get cool. You can kind of automate that through. It sounds pretty cool. Boom, we already got just much more interesting little thing going on here. Okay, and for this sound, I kind of imagine it being a foundational layer to put things on top of. So I kind of want to cut out some of the high end just so that it's we can add other elements that will sort of shine on top of this. Added in this auto filter here, mess with the LFO a little bit. Add a little bit of OTT on there because, you know, you need to. And now, screw it, let's resample that. Now we're back to square one again. And that's why I like resampling, why I like freezing and flattening. Is because it just takes what you did, you freeze it, and now it feels like you're starting over and there's nothing cluttering things up. Alright, yeah, it sounds nice, just taking out those highs for right now. It's a nicer thing to sort of layer other stuff on top of. But I'm really itching to do some drums right now because I want to use my MPC and just do a little bit of finger drumming, which means we need to either just pick out some drum samples or make our own. I actually made a kick recently in another project. Maybe I'll save this and go grab that and bring it over to this project. I might have actually saved it. I think I actually saved the preset. At some point in another video, I'll make a kick sound. But yeah, I just used it with the Ableton drum synth kick and then added some shit to it. And Nothing crazy, but it sounds good. Yeah, we just need a snare. We can kind of get a beat going. I'm not gonna get too crazy with designing a snare sound right now. I'm just gonna pull something from the drum hits that I have here. That was nice. Loop that part. Okay, I kind of want to keep those drums simple for now, just the kick and the snare. I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. I'll be back. All right, my tea is steeping. My glasses are on. That's cool, right? Dope musician stuff. I want to add another like melodic element. Maybe the bass. I'm gonna use operator. Just loop that 4 there. Very basic, just going between the two kind of root notes. Okay, I'm gonna automate the gain on this pedal, because I think it sounds interesting. Yeah, something like that. I kind of want to automate this bit crush to where it like degrades. Kind of like that. It'd be something interesting to do there. I kind of like to start arranging the beat a little bit, not staying just in an 8-bar loop, like even if it's just extending it beyond that so we're ready to sort of create different sections rather than just stacking in this loop. So I really like adding vocals, but I don't always have something to sing about. But I do like using my voice as an instrument as well. Kind of sampling that and just creating, atmosphere that way. So I think that's kind of what I'm feeling like doing right now. I'm gonna automate the tape stop on this vocal, or not automate it, but modulate it with an LFO. I think I'm gonna turn it kind of into like a percussive type sound, like just sample it, turn it into like a percussive type sound. Maybe I'll take one of those one shots and just bring it into the drum rack. Something like that. Very basic. I only needed to record that one time. We must add one more thing before I go to sleep. Told myself I'd work on this for 2 hours. And for that, we are going to use, drum roll please, we will be using operator. Something like that. Alright, I just ended up adding some more texture rather than really adding anything melodic, but that's okay. I think I'm gonna have it go ear to ear. Maybe like gradually pan from the left to the right, sort of. So grab a utility. Sometimes I forget that I'm not on this. I should have been on this view the entire time, but oh well. So yeah, you can kind of like to make a new section, go in and then chop up the original sample there to kind of just make a new section. I'm freezing and flattening the bass in this thing because why not? It is what it is now. You can kind of chop up the bass too. Alright, it's a couple hours, worked on this, still so much more to be expanded upon, but I'm gonna come back to it because I gotta go to sleep and I've done enough work. We got a nice little like 2-minute beat laid out here. I could call it quits, I could say this is good enough, but I do actually want to try to, when I'm creating these videos and making the beats in these videos, actually finish the product, you know, finish the thing to the best of my ability. I'm gonna try to finish this, add more to it when I get a chance, so yes sir. Okay, I've got a brief couple minutes before work and I'm just gonna go back, listen to this, because when I'm in the middle of making a beat, you know, it's easy to get lost in how it really sounds, but then when you step away from it for a little bit, come back to it, give it a listen again, you know, you just get that fresh listen with fresh ears. I'm happy with that. And I'm hearing things that I could add to it just to make it sound even better, but like the 1, 2, 3, 4 layers that we got going on right now sound good. Like as a very basic beat, I like this, I'm happy with this. So now anything that I add on top of it are just little flourishes to make it better. And I'm not trying to compensate. The initial basic thing has to be good before I start adding a bunch of other stuff to it. It just helps to keep things simple at first, make a simple beat that you're happy with, and then you can start adding things on top of that to make it a little bit better. And you're not just adding without there being actually anything good as a foundation. And I like this, I'm happy with this, so now I just get to add fun, more things to just make it hit a little bit harder and make it even more interesting. On beat 1, when the kick hits, I want to make that harder. I just want to make it punchier. I like the little crunchy sound that I made with my voice last night. I want to add more of that. One thing I might do is add like a laser sort of sound that can go like that. What am I gonna use? I'm gonna use operator. Boost this peak up. Now we already got a laser there. We can make it longer with, if we make the decay longer. Spread it out a little bit. Yeah, something like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and record that. Oh, and I'm already past my time. I should really start getting ready for work. It's a shame, but we added one tiny little detail, and hey, that's a tiny bit of progress. I can also add this auto pan in here and make it go side to side. Which sounds kind of good. I just want to keep working on this, but I got to go to work so that I can pay rent and so that I can buy plugins and buy new speakers, and that's my motivation. So I'll be back. Alright, it's been a whole 24 hours, and I'm back in the same spot that I was in yesterday. It's the morning time, and I have a few minutes to get on here and change something or add something. And then I'm going to get breakfast. I got my tea, and I have the project opened up here. Alright, I'm going to listen and kind of see what I naturally hear. I sipped my tea in the mic, and I realized, why not sample that? So I'm gonna record that. It's beautiful. I think that one's the best. Just throw that into the drum rack. I'm gonna do a little bit of panning, because I want to pan that sound to where it's not directly in the center, taking up space. Do it 20 to the right, maybe. Yeah. Little sounds like that, just adding texture, but I think I do want to do a little bit of keys now and just sort of play over the top of this. I'm gonna throw some Valhalla Supermassive, because you throw that on and it just immediately sounds vibier, and that's what I want right now. I kind of liked what I was doing there at the end. That might be good. And once I mess with it more, make it a little bit more distorted, the kind of hiccups in it, I think, will just sound more normal. Let's mess with it a little bit. Let's add the trance gate on there. Yeah. I want to take little pieces of it and probably put it in the first sort of, we can call it verse section here. That's it. That's it for me right now. These quick little sessions where I just hop in and do one little thing, it's kind of nice in a way, because I'm just going and I'm doing something really quickly, making use of the time that I have, and then stepping away, and it just keeps me excited to come back to it. So just realized this whole time I was still on this camera view instead of showing my screen. I keep making that mistake, but yeah, oh well. Okay, I'm back, and I just listened to the beat again, and I feel like the stuff that I added blends in well. Like, nothing actually stood out negatively to me when I listened to it back. I felt like the piano that I added blended really well, and the little sections right here, blended really well. This beat is very concise. It's less than 2 minutes long, and I kind of like that. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend this out a little bit. It'll make it a bit longer, 2 minutes long, still a very short beat. I kind of want to stretch it out, stretch some parts out, and just create an intro section right now. And maybe I'll start with no drums. Take this chunk and stretch it out. Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm just adding a bunch of minute details, trying things, and then getting rid of them. None of this really matters. None of this really matters. Now we need to create some texture in the intro and the outro part. We could like flip this piano sample a little bit in the intro and the outro. Maybe reverse it, chop it up a bit, stretch it out. I still think maybe we could add some chords in the hook part as well. Also, I want some like texture, like some nature sounds or something in the intro and outro. So I'm gonna go to the good old freesound.org and see what we got going on. Nature. I like to sort it by the least amount of downloads first, and then I like to use the Creative Commons. Let's see what we got. That could be some nice texture. Thank you, Nick Kamiru. Then we may need to make it more like in the background. Add some verb. Take out some of the highs. These are all such subtle, minute changes. And I don't know if this is entertaining to watch at all, but this is the process that I go through when making a beat, is clicking around and adding little subtle things that sometimes are hard to hear and they're only really adding, background texture. But that's how I feel like you give the beat more character. We could add some like hi-hats to the drums just to see what that sounds like. Hey, Joel from the editing booth here. Crazy story. Those hi-hats that I'm talking about, I added them in, and I didn't like it, so I ended up deleting it. I added in a few little touches and flourishes. I think I added in an open hi-hat into the drums, but it wasn't anything crazy. I tried to do some, just straight hi-hats, and it didn't sound good. So I added a little bit of hi-hats here and there, but it was mostly me just clicking things in and then deleting it, and I'm not gonna make you sit through that. So, that's what happened. Okay, bye now. Get rid of those hi-hats. I don't like them. I feel like we can do something better. It's whatever. Maybe it sounded good. I don't know. But instinctively, I wanted to get rid of it, and so I'm just going to get rid of it. Yeah, I'm happy I took those out. Something else could sound good there, but I feel like I was haphazardly adding those hi-hats instead of being intentional about it. I was just sort of clicking in sounds. I wasn't being intentional and really playing and finding the best groove. And I'm going to take a little break now. Okay, I wasn't talking there for a little bit, but I'm happy with what I added. Just added in these keys, and then it wasn't sounding great to my ears, the way that I played it. So I did a simple reverse of the sample, and I'm happy with how it sounds. It sort of builds up perfectly, dropping into the hook. But now I need something else added here to make it just feel more whole. I really like the build up here. That kind of sounds good. And mix it a little bit. Ooh, that sounds so nice. Okay, at this point, with the beat, I feel like I've added enough things to where now I just want to go in and mix everything. And then after that, listen to it and decide if I want to add anything else to it. But right now, we've got a solid, 2.5 minute beat that I feel like is good on its own. It just needs mixed and yeah, maybe some vocals at some point. All right. Hey, how's it going? I've been sitting here for a little bit, just mixing this song, and it still kind of felt like it was missing something. And so I decided I'm going to pull up a vocal track and just go through and record like some background vocals, just oohs and ahs. And then I'm going to go back in after that, do my thing, chop up that vocal, add it in different places because this beat still feels like it needs a little bit more atmosphere. It doesn't feel quite complete yet. And I think the vocals, the background vocals kind of off, just making things feel more dreamy and whatnot will make this feel just more complete. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to try that. Okay, I think that's going to help things feel much more complete. I'm going to go in and chop up this vocal a little bit. I really like that little part right there. That sounds nice. I just gotta figure out where to put things. Okay, I essentially think this is pretty close to being finished. I think I want to add in some acoustic guitar layers to this. This hurts my hands so much. I haven't played guitar in a while. Like that hurts so bad. I don't know about the good acoustic guitar anymore. Maybe I'll try something new with it, but I don't like what I did. I might actually just try to do that melody. Oh my god, I can't freaking get this. Can't freaking get this shit. Oh my god. Okay, well, I got one take that'll work. Not really though, that's actually so that's kind of, I think. I played it twice, which means I can pan one to the left and one to the right. So let's let's fucking see how that sounds. Alright, sounds pretty cool. I just need to mix it and cut out all these silent spots, honestly. I think what would be cool though then is to add in like other guitar parts. You know, just cool affected guitar in different places. I could even honestly switch over to electric, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. I feel like with this type of song, it's sometimes just easier to just like record the guitar and then go in and chop it up because it just fits with the vibe chopped up and messed with more than straight playing. But I kind of want to create a nice, smooth, like reverbed, cleaner tone. Alright, well, all I added there was that little end part, but it sounds kind of good as a little transitioning part. I did not think I was going to get this much more into working on this song. I was ready to just kind of mix it and be done with it, but I just started adding more to it. Because it didn't feel finished yet, and it has to feel finished. Otherwise, I'm just not going to be satisfied with it. Oh, yes, good session. Worked on this a lot more than I thought I was going to and made some good progress. And I think it is now nearing a point where it will be actually finished. The extra flair from the guitar and the other stuff that I added makes it feel more complete. But I don't really know until I take a break and then listen to it tomorrow and see what it actually sounds like with fresh ears. So, I will see you then. Oh my god, like how many days is this gonna take? I guess as much as it does. I don't know. Hey, surprise, surprise. It's been a couple more days. I spent some time trying to perfect this beat because I thought I was gonna release it onto streaming services. And so when I put that pressure onto myself, I was like, okay, well, it has to hold up to, you know, a certain standard because I don't want to release something that I'm not really proud of. But all that pressure was kind of too much because if every beat has to be perfect, if every beat that I make has to be, you know, good enough to slap my name on it and put it on streaming services and say, this is Decapitated Tree Frog, that's just too much pressure, and I don't want everything I create to have to, you know, do that and hold up to that. So yeah, I kind of decided this beat is just gonna live on YouTube. I'm also gonna throw it up on my Patreon page for free. If anyone watching this wants to go over there and listen to it or download it, I'm also gonna post the full beat on its own on YouTube in the next couple days. So you can just wait until then. I'm also gonna play it in this video after I stop rambling, and you can just listen to it in this video, and that's fine too. I don't know who actually made it to the end of this, 40-minute video. If you did, that's crazy. I don't expect very many people to watch up until this point, but if you did, drop a comment down below. And please consider subscribing to my channel. We are on the road to 100 subscribers. So yeah, after I added the guitar and stuff to this, I really just spent a day or two mixing it and mastering it, trying to get it loud enough. That's a problem that I run into a lot of the time with the music, the beats that I make, is I just can't quite get them loud enough. I have not perfected the mastering process yet, but that's something I can work on. I don't know if anyone listening to this will actually notice the things that I notice, the problems that I notice with the beat. Probably not. I'm the only one that's spent hours listening to it. So anyways, I will play the whole beat now. It's called Green Tea because I drink a lot of green tea and I sampled myself sipping the tea in the beat, so it felt like a fitting title. I'll be back hopefully soon. I'm gonna kind of try to make the next video a bit shorter, probably. I feel like I spent too much time doing sort of minute details with this beat where I could have, condensed things down a little bit or just been a little bit more efficient with the recording and editing process, but that's something to work on. And yeah, hope you enjoy the beat. I will stop talking. I will play it now. Feel free to go listen to or download it on my Patreon for free. I will also post it on YouTube in the next couple days. Thanks for watching.